Hello buddy, welcome back to another video. I'm Purple from Gaming here, and today I'm playing some more Cookie Run Kingdom. So today, we're going to be starting off Chapter 14, which should be fun. We actually, I'm now realizing, have a full set of stories. So yeah, we're going to be doing Chapter 14, or at least starting it off today, which should be a lot of fun. We're going to get to see where we left off last time. So I believe what happened in the end was we ended up going against the giant, licorice blob monster. We beat him, and then the castle walls, or whatever, I think they're the castle walls, they collapsed, and now the dark cookies are going to search the castle to find dark cacao cookie soul jam, and probably use it to make another giant monster, because they don't really seem to have much else of a plan. But yeah, so that should be a lot of fun, so we're going to be doing that today. I will quickly do some gotchas here, as I do have quite a few of them. So we'll just do some of these to start off. We might do a rainbow shroomy if we do have one available, which I think we do, but I'm not positive. So we might do a rainbow shroomy, and then we will get started in Chapter 14, which should be fun. I am curious to see how it's going to start off. I do wonder, honestly, if it's going to end up being a situation where, because with how they've set it up so far, is they're talking everything about before sunrise. I wonder if this is going to be like a kind of story where everything's meant to happen within a few hours. Which I suppose is probably true in the last chapter too, it just wasn't quite as obvious. But no, I think it's kind of interesting. What I'm really hoping, honestly, it probably won't happen, but I really want some lighter backgrounds. It's very dark, all the imagery we've had so far for this chapter, and I'm a little bit sick of it. Anyways, let's quickly look at the rainbow shroomie. I believe I need, not this one, yeah, I need 11 more cookie gotchas, so you know what? I'm going to quickly do one 10 draw and one treasure draw. Do treasure draws count, actually? Use cookie gotcha or nether gotcha. Yeah, so never mind. Okay, so yeah, I'll do some cookie gotchas quickly here, and after that, we are going to use rainbow shroomy, and then I'll head into Chapter 14, which should be cool. Nothing all that great from this 10 draw, and doubtful we'll get anything from the 1 draw, but still could be worse. In fact, I'm actually going to skip these since I'm mostly doing this just for the quest. There we go. So we did get 2 legendary soul stones, so it could always be worse, and then let's just do one more to finish off the 11 we need, and then we'll have our first rainbow shroomy, not our first. Then we'll have one more rainbow shroomy, so it looks like we're getting a rare cookie here, so once again, nothing all that special. Who's it going to be, though? It is Gumball Cookie. Cool, one more maxed out cookie, a little bit more mileage points, which I'm still not really using. I have 37,000 of these. I could max out multiple epics, and I just haven't. I really should, because there's still epics in my build, so I don't know why I haven't bothered to max some of them out. I probably will at some point, but guess we're not doing that quite yet. There we go, though. Final rainbow shroomy, or at least, I don't know. I do not know why I keep saying that. One more rainbow shroomy. I'm going to give this one to a player cookie, continuing in the order of levels. Oh, what what a peculiar specimen you have there. A so-called rainbow shroomy, a rare fungus. You could say it's the perfect fungus for a day like this. Observe. I wonder if the fabled tea night cookie ever ate one of these, and if so, what was the outcome? Okay, so one more rainbow shroomy down. I really do like these, they're quite fun. A little bit of a, I don't really know what to call it, just a little bit of a distraction almost from the main game. It's just a nice thing to do every once in a while. So yeah, let's get started today. I'm going to change up this build quickly, add Sea Fairy back in, and yeah, let's get started. Oh, we have all new enemies now, which looks like it's mostly cursed, swords and weapons, but I don't know, let's see.
Is it really safe for us to be first up on the walls?
It's not like we have any other option. Caramel Arrow Cookie still hasn't returned.
Maybe something happened? Caramel Arrow Cookie didn't seem like a cookie to break a promise.
Oh boy, this is way too high up. I'm getting dizzy.
Stay calm and don't look down.
Too late. I looked down. Huh? What's that dark thing down there? It almost looks like it's climbing the wall.
Oh no! The ground is shaking!
Hold tight!
What's going on? Is it an earthquake?
No, this is not an earthquake. The wall is collapsing! At this rate, we're toast!
Run! We need to get into the castle!
Okay, so this is cool. We're getting some, backstory. I didn't even think about this, but throughout the entire end of the chapter last time with the Licorice Abomination, we never heard from Caramel Cookie or the main cooking team, which I completely forgot about. Interesting. Okay, no, injuries here again. I don't like injury. I'm sick and tired of it. Because they're just stacking this, and Dark Chocolate Cookie's getting melted. And we've barely made any progress, but he's almost out of max health. Which hasn't happened yet. Like, injury's been an issue, but it's never actually killed him before. But with a stack of 51 injury, it's insane. They really do need to, like, one of these days, one of these updates, they need to add a way to remove injury. I'm sure it's gonna happen, like, as they get closer to releasing, like, chapter 15, 16 months from now. They're gonna be like, oh, by the way, for those who haven't been chapter 13 and 14 yet, how about we give you a cookie that removes injury and has a 2-second cooldown? Oh my god, no, look at his health! And he's dead. Okay, note to self, these new enemies, really, really, really annoying, because look at all these debuffs and my attackers are dead. And I'm more than likely doomed unless I get 2 vampire strikes, which I actually might get, but even still, it's insane. Okay, one more of them dead yet, so I will win this fight, but it shouldn't be this close, like it really shouldn't be. At least I think I'll win this fight, yeah. That is sad. That was insane for... See, I'm a little nervous now, because I've been warned that chapter 14 is really difficult. That was the first stage. The first stage. This is not going to end well, I can already tell. Oh, that was not easy. Okay. So I guess what we will be learning probably in this chapter then is what happened with Caramel Cookie and what's going to happen with the main cookies. I wouldn't forget an explanation about these enemies. We don't always get an explanation, but normally there's some kind of idea behind like why there's certain enemies here. This doesn't seem to make a lot of sense right now. We're fighting cursed swords and shields. I don't really know why, but hey, at least they stopped stacking injury. Oh, never mind, they're stacking injury again. I really need to, like, look at these enemies once we get out of here, because they look so... oh, no. What the heck? What is, like, this is the first group of enemies, and I've already lost a cookie. Like, injury's not an issue this time, we just can't out-heal anything. There's so much damage and debuffing. Because even without injury, we're getting blocked with shields, and also corruption, which deals a stupid amount of damage. Like, and none of these debuffs can be affected by debuff immunity, because of course they can't. Because of course they can't. The farther I get, like, this, again, this is stage 2, but I'm already feeling like this chapter is going to be impossible. What the heck? What the heck? Okay, so we're not making a lot of progress today, evidently. First thing I'm quickly gonna do, I'm gonna max out Vampire Cookie. How many more soul stones do I need? Actually, that's not important. He's 5 stars, so I should just be able to max him out. Because he's been in my party for ages, I really should. This isn't even that expensive to max him out. It's almost 1/10 of my soul stones, or of my mileage points. So I'm just gonna max him out quickly. That's hitting all of the wrong buttons. Because the promotion will at least give some stat bonuses. Not sure if it's gonna make a difference, but it's something I can do easily. Then I'll try to get the final level for Pure Vanilla, or the final 1 or 2 levels for Pure Vanilla Cookie. Do I have enough XP for it? I'm nowhere close to enough XP for that. That's great. Okay, I need to look at these enemies for a second. So, no, this doesn't really say anything. It's just various cursed weapons and the shield. How do I deal with this? All enemy debuff resist increases by 40%. Oh, okay, so this is one big thing. I still have the Pilgrim Slingshot. Somehow I feel that removing that would probably make a pretty big difference. I'll start with defense. We'll try one more time now with defense. I feel that could probably make a pretty big difference. I'll actually try auto mode once, just in case that makes a difference. Nah, I shouldn't. Auto mode's a mistake. But, so I am going to try out this one more time, because I just realized now, hadn't realized there for a while, I was using, essentially I had a wasted treasure slot, and even though I have the first, like, obviously the first 2 treasures, Pilgrim Skull, I think it's called, and then the Jelly Watch are definitely the better treasures, but a 3rd treasure is still very useful, and not having that is definitely a big issue. This is insane, though. Like, absolutely insane. How are you meant to heal this? Oh, okay, never mind. So the healing's not actually that bad, it's just the issue of how fast the damage is being dealt. Though we are definitely doing way better. At this point, I had lost like 6 cookies, and instead I'm actually survived and doing decently well, so at least my like complete another failure in the first stage and on first try on the second stage, it wasn't for absolutely for nothing. It was like, this is still definitely a difficult stage. It's not difficult enough for what just happened, or for us like losing that badly, but it looks like we're probably still at least gonna be able to beat this stage, so that's something. That's definitely something. We did still lose Dark Chocolate Cookie though. Barely, but even still. This is going to be a nightmare, this chapter. What the heck? These cursed enemies apply so many debuffs, and they just do a lot of damage, reduce max health, remove shield. Like, why do they feel the need to remove shields completely when there's already a 65% nerf to shields? I don't really get it. Okay, well, the defense treasure definitely made a difference. I also have the crit chance one I can try, but I feel like defense definitely still makes the most sense to try to make it so I have to heal less, and can hopefully out-heal at least most of this damage. I'm just going to keep on going until we really start to struggle, which could probably be any stage now. Honestly, these stages have not been easy in the slightest. I also need to try to make sure I spend my abilities a bit wiser, like try to get Dark Choco's defense drain off in the first place. Even though it does generally do less of an effect because of the debuff resistance that everything has in this chapter, it's still pretty unhelpful, and I'm sure it will still end up making a pretty big difference. See, this is the odd thing, like, I guess between the different types of blades, there's one that does, like, a ton of damage, there's one that gives a ton of injury, and then there's this type of weapon, which is sort of like in between, but it doesn't really seem to be nearly as deadly as the other two. Like, all things considered, these weapons and these enemies, I don't really know what to call them, honestly, weapons or enemies, they seem a lot easier to deal with than the others. Except once they start stacking debuffs and demolishing Dark Chocolate Cookie, kill, and Dark Chocolate Cookie's definitely dead. But it looks like we're probably set for the most part. We get like 1 or 2 more Licorice and Vampire Cookie attacks off, we should be good. There we go, and Vampire, and there we go. So, definitely not an easy chapter. I don't think I've gone to single 3-star yet, and I'm not sure I ever will. This is definitely important. I'm realizing I was gonna say I just need to level up my cookies, but no. I mean, yes, an extra 10 levels on Sea Fury would definitely help, but I don't know. I really don't know what I need to do to be able to beat these stages. I think we're probably going to do 14-4 as maybe the final stage for today. I'm not sure. We'll see. Oh, we leveled up. That hasn't happened very often. Anything happening story-wise? No. Okay, so we're going to make a bit more progress. Another stage, maybe 2. Okay, new enemy already. Affogato Cookie's Disciple. That doesn't sound great. Cursed Blade. These are the bad ones. The Cursed Swords don't seem to be as bad. But the Cursed Blade is really deadly. Because it just applies so much injury. It does not end well. Okay, and now these dudes are front runners, which means we're going to be doing less damage to the super high damage dealing enemies. That is not a good start in the slightest. Yeah, no, okay, so I can see a bad combo, like a potential for a bad combo here, but honestly, I don't know what it is. I feel like a lot of these enemies just seem like they're way easier than they were in like the first or second stage. Maybe I'm just playing better, I'm not really sure. But it does seem a lot easier, which is kind of weird. So I guess now we're in the weaker enemies again. I think really the big thing so far has just been those like mini-bosses at the end. The mini-bosses have been so strong because they just buffed up units, which I never really think about very often, but it does make a big difference. If that enemy doesn't apply injury, that's good to know. Certainly good to know. But no, it feels like these, for the most part, these stages haven't been as bad as just the first 1 or 2 there. I say these stages. I've had 4 stages to compare to, and I'm calling the first 2 difficult, so I don't know what I'm talking about. And then these mini-bosses are definitely deadly. Though, honestly, now we're doing way better than we did last time, so I guess these, like, Affogato Cookie Disciples really aren't that bad? I don't know. I honestly don't know. And I'm like, people keep telling me, not like that often, but every once in a while I still get the comment saying now, remove Pure Vanilla, like swap Pure Vanilla out for someone else. I don't think I would stand any chance in these stages without him, even if I had a different cookie that everyone recommends at level 60 or something. Because as much as there is all the healing nerf and stuff, I don't think story mode in general has ever been doable without healing. Like at least the farthest along stage. Healing is so crucial to story mode, I just don't think it's possible to be without it.
We barely made it. I almost lost my hat on the way.
You there, trespassers! Who let you in here?
Oh, so they're part of the story. Okay.
The castle walls have fallen. Everyone has to get to safety.
What nonsense are you spouting? The castle walls are made of reinforced 100% cacao, able to withstand any siege.
Hello? Can you hear us fine? Get your boss or something. Dark Cacao Cookie or whatever his name is. Chili Pepper Cookie, you have to stay civilized. No matter the situation, royal etiquette has to be followed.
Well versed in etiquette, I see. I suppose I can spare a moment to hear what you have to say.
So you see, we just want to meet, Mr. Lord Dark Cacao Cookie.
Such insolence! It's our noble king you're talking about. Mannerless outlanders have no right to walk these halls. I'll deal with you myself. Here and now!
So does that mean, like, based on this attire, was the priestess from the last, like, from the end of chapter 13, was he, like, an apprentice of Apricot Cookie? Because that would be weird.
What? But what did I do wrong?
Oh, okay. Honestly, I don't care that much. As I'm just noticing now, these guys have healing, which honestly is a kind of interesting concept. I feel like they've been using that a lot in this, like, in this chapter and last chapter, at least near the end now. Or at least the end. The last couple stages, they've been using it a lot. Really cool ideas, so healing's definitely interesting. But overall, I feel like these enemies really aren't causing much issues. Because they don't have that much damage and they're still easy enough to kill. Though I can definitely see where this healing could cause some issues. So I don't know, this hasn't been that bad. Oh my, pure vanilla. Okay, interesting. That didn't work. Was pure, or was Dark Chocolate for a second there? Like, could he not be healed? Was that a debuff? Shield blocking. Shield blocking, no, it doesn't prevent healing. He just has like no health. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so Dark Cacao Cookie, or Dark Chocolate Cookie is already defeated. That's not a good start, but what can they do? We're certainly not in a great position here, and all the debuffs are stacking up. Great. Seafray's probably dead before we get another attack off. Mike getting the ability off. Okay, we did get Licorice Cookie off. We are so dead. Like, there is absolutely no way we're beating this stage right now. Yeah, no, Licorice Cookie's dead too, and yeah, we're not getting another ability off, and if we are, we're barely getting it off. And the big boss, the one that's causing all the damage, is still alive because they have healing enemies. I don't have a lot of faith in us beating the stage anytime soon, or me beating the stage anytime soon. If this is a, like, heads up of what's to come in chapter 14, I'm scared. Like, there's still 25-ish stages left to go. This is not going to be easy in the slightest. I need you guys' help. If you guys have any suggestions or tips or whatever, again, as I sort of mentioned earlier on, I mean, I didn't mention it, but I sort of laughed at a tip. I can't promise I'll follow it. You may be right, and I still will disagree with it, or I won't do it, but I appreciate the idea for the tip, because I do think I'm going to probably need some help here. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a difficult stage. But this is really hard. Honestly, making me think a lot about, like, the last, like, 10 or 15 stages of Chapter 11. Because I got so many people saying, but where if Stage 20 or Stage 22 and Stage 24 is bad, and then Stage 30 is bad? So many different stages that were considered really, really hard. And then, like, I remember going through them, it took me ages to get through those stages, so I'm a little nervous, but I'd love to hear what you guys think. If there is a couple stages in particular you think are really hard, if you have some tips or advice that'll make this a bit easier, particular for that last treasure slot. I think the defense is best, but I'm not positive. But yeah, just thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Consider giving the video a like and subscribing if you're new here. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye!